Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am TK Beauty, and in today's video we are talking about all of my favorite fall makeup products. So we're going to be talking about my favorite foundation, my favorite blushes, my favorite highlighters, my favorite primers, my favorite lippies, and my favorite fragrances. Before we jump into this video, if you guys are not subscribed to my channel, go ahead, click that subscribe button, click that notification bell also, so that you'll know every time I upload a new video. So let's just jump right on into the video. I have everything laid out on this table. So I have a lot of products, okay? So I think we're gonna start with foundations first. So my favorite foundation that I love to use during the fall time, I have a few, but I will say like my holy grail foundation during the fall time is going to be none other than Black Opal. Y'all, I love Black Opal stick foundations. I feel like for my skin, I have dry skin, I feel like it works perfectly, but I feel like if you have like normal to dry skin, these work good. I'm not necessarily sure how these will work on someone with oily skin, so you may want to do your research if you're interested in this product, but these are my holy grail foundations for the fall time. I have 4 shades here, but my favorite shade out of all 4 is the one that I'm wearing today, and that is in Beautiful Bronze. Yeah, this is how it looks. It is so nice and creamy. It is so easy to blend out. I will say this is probably a medium to full coverage foundation. It does not feel like you have anything on your skin, so it's not heavy at all. This just does wonders for me during this time of year, and this is the only time I really will wear this foundation is during the fall and winter, because I feel like it's heavy enough for me without feeling heavy, if that makes sense. I feel like this would be a little too heavy for me in like the summer months. I could get away with this in the spring, but I feel like in the summer this would probably be too heavy and probably feel too heavy. But for the rest of the year, this is amazing. Another foundation that I love to wear, I don't even know if they sell this anymore. I need to like go to like a TJ Maxx or Marshalls to see if they have it, but this is the KBD, the Portrait Liquid to Powder foundation in the shade number 78, which is tan. I only have really just like a squeeze, maybe 1 to 2 more squeezes of this, and this will be gone. But when I tell you guys, this is such a beautiful foundation. Like KBD, she did that with this one, and I feel like this is really perfect for me for the fall time because it just looks so nice. Again, this is not heavy on the skin. I do believe that this is a full coverage foundation, but it looks so airbrush, it looks so skin-like. It's just beautiful, and I love this during the fall time. So I need to find another one of these. The next one that I have here is by Bobbi Brown. This is the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation. This is in the shade Golden Almond. Y'all, I really need another one of these. I had to stop myself from using this. This is such again, a beautiful foundation. It's just like what I said about the other two. This is a full coverage foundation, and it just looks really, really good on the skin. And then the last one, this is from Too Faced. This is their Born This Way foundation in the shade Chai. Love this foundation. This is one of my favorites too. I had to stop myself from using this as well. This is actually the backup of the one that I had, but this is such a beautiful foundation. Now I do feel like you could probably use this one anytime, but I feel like for me, I like to really use this one during the fall time. So we're going to talk about powders, just an all over face powder that I like to use during the fall time, which I only really have one that I've been using during the fall time, and I do have another one that I picked up this year that I'm going to mention, but this one is the Sephora collection, their Micro Smooth powder. This is in the shade Deep. Now I do want to try some of their other shades. As you guys can see, I am like hitting pan on this. This is about gone. Like if I don't want to like wear any foundation or anything, I can just sweep this over my face and I'm good. or if I want to set like my foundation and stuff, I use this as well. And again, it just leaves my skin looking really, really nice. The other one, I have not used this one during the fall time, but I have been using it so much recently. I want to say I picked this up during the spring Sephora sale this year, and I absolutely love it. It is from NARS. It is the NARS Soft Matte Advanced Perfecting Powder in Seafront. And I love the packaging of this because it is so sleek. This is the color, y'all. I'm already, I can see that I'm gonna hit pan soon in this because I have been using this like there's no tomorrow. It's what I used to set my foundation today, and I just think it looks really, really good on my skin. And again, I can use this the same way that I used the one from Sephora. I see me reaching for this fall. This might take a back seat because it already has to this. I like them both. We're gonna talk about the bronzers that I love to use during the fall time. This is actually a cheek palette, but I don't really use it as a cheek palette. I use it as a bronzer palette, and I use it as an eyeshadow, and that is the ColourPop Such a Rush cheek palette. Y'all, this was worth probably every bit of the $6 that I paid for it because this is so pretty. Like, you can just throw this in your crease. You can use this as a highlighter. Y'all see that I'm hitting pan on this thing. The next two I'm gonna mention together because I mix them together because I just love the combo. The first bronzer is by Anastasia Beverly Hills in Mahogany. This is their powder bronzer in Mahogany. The packaging on that, as you guys can see, like I'm hitting pan on a lot of my stuff. And then the other one is the Fenty Beauty Mocha Mami bronzer. Love this. I'm hitting pan on this as well. I like to use this one as an eyeshadow with the Stila. It's a Stila eyeshadow pigment that I like to use on top when I first got this, but I don't have that because that Stila liquid eyeshadow, it dries out really, really quickly. But anyway, these two bronzers, I love to mix these together. I cannot not use one without the other because I love the combo that it gives me. I'm wearing them both mixed today, and I love it. The next bronzer that I love to use, that is my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer in the shade number 4, I do believe. This is how it looks. Yeah, not quite hitting pan on this one yet, but I have definitely been getting some use out of it. A lot of use out of it, even though it doesn't look like it right now. It might not look as dark, but it definitely shows up just a little bit darker than what it's looking like in the pan, and I absolutely love this. Brings me to blushes, y'all. We have quite a few blushes here, so let's start with the one that I have from NYX. This is the NYX Sweet Cheeks Liquid Blush in Bombshell. Oh, this is gorgeous. I love this. This is like an everyday blush shade for the fall. Y'all see the color on here? That color is gorgeous. I'm gonna swatch just a little bit of it on my hand so you guys can see how pretty that is. How pretty is that? Gorgeous. Yeah, a little bit of this goes a long way. A blush palette that I haven't, when did I buy this? I don't know when I bought this. I don't think I had it last year for the fall time, but I have it now, and I'm definitely going to be using it this fall, and that is the One Size Cheek Clapper 3D Blush Trio in Rich Batch. Since I've gotten this, I have definitely been using this, and I like to mix all the shades together because it looks so good. I have a couple of MAC blushes that I love to reach for. Like, my MAC products during this time of year, that's when I really kind of start bringing out like a little bit more of my MAC products. So I have two blushes. This one is Sweet as Cocoa. Oh my goodness, this is one of my favorites from MAC. Oh, it's so pretty. Let me see if I can swatch it for you guys. My swatch ain't doing it no justice. That's it right there. Don't even look at that. That's it right there. It is such a beautiful cocoa shade. It looks so good on the cheeks. I mean, It's beautiful. This is another favorite of mine. I believe this one is Raisin from MAC. This is a repurchase for me. Raisin was my very first blush that I picked up from MAC, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Again, this is one of those blushes that you can use every day. It just goes with any look. And then two blushes that I actually have on today that I mixed together. The first one is by Milani. This is their Cheek Kiss in Nude Kiss. I did pick this up, I want to say this year. I'm going to be taking this right on into the fall with me, and it's just such a beautiful cream blush. So what I did today, I used the cream blush first, and then I went on top of the cream blush with one of my favorite blushes. This is from Pat McGrath. This is her blush in Paradise Venus. Absolutely stunning. I have both of these on my cheeks right now, and I thought that it came out really pretty. A little bit of both of these go a long way. Next up, I have some blushes from NARS that I love to use around this time of year, and the first one is in Savage. Y'all, Savage is probably one of my favorite blushes from NARS. I've used this thing, okay? My packaging is tore up. Again, it's just like my MAC blushes. That warmth just screams fall for me. And then the next blush that I have from NARS, it is in Seduction. My packaging, again, tore up because I definitely, when I first bought this, I was using this thing up. But it's a beautiful, like, plummy shade. It just looks so beautiful on the cheeks. Absolutely gorgeous. I have just two more single blushes to talk about, and then I have two blush palettes that I'm going to talk about. The other blush that I have is from Urban Decay. This is their Afterglow blush in Bittersweet. Again, this is a beautiful purple shade. It's not as dark as the one that's from NARS, but even though it's a little bit on the lighter side, it is just absolutely so gorgeous, and I think I could definitely get away with using this for the fall, because it would just give me just a flush of color to the cheek. And then I have a blush that I love from Bare Minerals. This is like their bronzer, so you could kind of, just depending on your skin tone, probably use this as a bronzer. But I use this as a blush because that's what it looks like on my skin. This is in Kiss of Rose. This is so pretty, but I know what y'all getting ready to tell me. This looks like the blushes that you got from MAC and from NARS. Who cares? I love this color. It's an everyday shade, but perfect for fall. This is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. That's it right there, if you guys can see it swatched. Absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite blush palettes for this time of year. It comes from e.l.f. I've had this for so long. I don't think I will ever be able to part ways with this, but this is the e.l.f. blush palette in Dark. This is how the packaging looks, y'all. These blushes in here, again, every day, but for the fall for me. That brings me to my last kind of blush slash highlighter palettes, because we're getting ready to go into the highlighters. I think I got this last year during the Sephora fall, or during the Sephora holiday sale, but this is the Sephora Micro Smooth palette in Captivate. This is so beautiful. You get like a bronzer and you get two blushes and a highlighter. This is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, that's gonna take me right on into the highlighters that I love to use around this time of year. This one I pulled out because it's really soft. This is the Give Check My Glow highlighter in Carrot Country. Love the packaging on here. Really, really pretty. And these colors are absolutely stunning. Now this is a little bit more of a subtle highlighter, so you will definitely have to build this up, but I don't mind the subtleness of this because I go in with this first and then I'll go in with like maybe a highlighter that's a little bit more pigmented than this, just to give me a little bit more oomph. But this is beautiful on its own. You really don't need anything else with this, but I like to mix and match like my highlighters and stuff. Highlighter that I have on today mixed with something else. It is one of my favorite highlighters. Like, I need another one because I am hitting pan on this. This is from Becca, and this is their highlighter in chocolate jaude. If I'm saying that correctly. But this is so pretty, y'all. Oh my goodness. One of my favorite within my collection, but probably my favorite from Becca. It's gorgeous. I'm wearing it today, but I have it mixed with something else. Gorgeous. Really only pull this out maybe once or twice throughout the year, but definitely during the fall time because it looks good. I have a couple of MAC highlighters. Of course I do. It's that time of the year, okay? The first one is Global Glow. The softness of this highlighter makes it really, really wearable for the fall time. This is how it looks. That's it there, y'all. It's a beautiful highlighter and it's really soft and pretty. You don't need a lot of this highlighter and it just looks so good on the cheek. I'm in love with this. The next highlighter that I have here, it is Gold Deposits. Now I hate to open this because my Gold Deposit has been through it, okay? It's been through the storm, so I'm gonna have to hold it in place because if I don't hold it, this whole thing is coming out of the pan. That's Gold Deposit. Let me swatch Gold Deposit because it is just perfect for this time of year. This Gold Deposit, which again, as you guys can see, it's a beautiful, beautiful golden shade for the fall time. And then the last MAC blush I got, I think I got this last year or the year before last. This is their highlighter in Wrapped in Gold. Definitely for the fall and for the winter. This is beautiful. I love the packaging of this. It is such a beautiful highlighter. Now, I wasn't expecting to buy this. When I did purchase this, I was in the MAC store and I just happened to see the girl. She was wearing, I didn't know what she was wearing, but it looked amazing on her. It looked beautiful. And I said, what is that you wearing? And she showed me this highlighter. I said, girl, I didn't come in here for this, but it's going home with me. It's so beautiful, y'all. That's it. There's, if you guys can kind of see it, really, really pretty. I have two more highlights to mention. The next highlighter that I love to use around this time, it is from Milk Makeup. This is their Illuminator in Glazed. Child, this gorgeous, okay? When I first got this, I had to stop myself from using this so much. Y'all see that there? That gold? Beautiful. Gorgeous. Then probably another favorite of mine that I love, probably in my collection as well, that is the Milani Intense Bronze Glow. It says it's a bronzer, but it's really a highlighter. This is the packaging. I've had this in my collection for a while. I will not get rid of this. I absolutely will not. And it is so gorgeous. Look at this. I mean, I don't know when I'll hit pan on this, but I'm always gonna have it. So I'm gonna use this until the last drop. Isn't that beautiful? Definitely up my alley. That brings me to 3 random products that I love to use. 2 of them are like primers. The first one is the All Nighter Ultra Glow Face Primer. I do like to use this throughout the year, but I do really enjoy using this during the fall and the winter months. As you guys can see, I need to get another one because I have definitely used this up, but I do have quite a few other primers that I need to get more use out of before I repurchase this. Then I have the Embryolisse Latte Cream Concentrate. This is amazing, especially if you have dry skin. You can use this either as a moisturizer or as a primer, but this works really, really well. I only really use this during this time of the year because to me, I do feel like this is a little bit more heavier versus this one. This one is a little bit more lightweight. The setting spray that I really like to use around this time of the year, it is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I do need more of this. I only have a little bit in here, but I do really like this setting spray. a lot. So that brings me to my eyeshadow palettes. First palette that I have, oh, this is so stunning. I did not think I was going to get this palette, but I think when I went in store and I swatched it in Ulta, I was like, I need this. Like, it's different from anything I have in my collection, and I love that. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Rose Metals palette. Y'all, excuse my dirtiness of my palettes, but this just screams fall to me. The colors are absolutely stunning. These colors are so pigmented. They're easy to blend out. What I like about it is that I get the rose shades in here. I guess get like a few of these little like pewter colors. But it's gorgeous. The next palette that I love, that's the Bobbi Brown High Bar eyeshadow palette. I love this. First of all, I love the packaging on this. This is so beautiful. And then the colors are beautiful. You can create such a simple, classic look with this. Beautiful. The next palette, you guys know how much I love this palette. This is the NYX Ultimate Utopia palette. This is one of the best palettes I feel like NYX has ever made. And I've had quite a few of their palettes and I have not been impressed, but with this one, I love it. Like the colors, you get a variety of colors that you can use anytime, and I love that. Then Holy Grail, like when I say don't need anything else for fall, like if I didn't have any of these other eyeshadow palettes, this would be all I would need right here. And y'all already know what it is. This is the Sephora Pro palette in Warm. I don't know why they don't sell this anymore. They did such a beautiful job with this palette that, I mean, it's been in my collection a while. It ain't going nowhere. Can y'all see these colors? Absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna come a little bit closer. You can see I'm hitting pan on a few of the shadows, but I love this palette. Like, I mean, this is fall, this is spring, this is anytime. The next palette that I have, y'all know I recently picked this up this year and I've been just using her up. That's none other than the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 3 palette. I don't know what took me so long to get this eyeshadow palette, but honey, I am so glad that I did. Beautiful. I love it. I've used most of the shades in here, probably with the exception of these two here and then these two down here. These three eyeshadow palettes are my favorite for fall as well. One of the ones, the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I love this palette. Just so gorgeous. But the colors in here definitely scream fall, and I just love the greens and the mauve tones and the oranges and stuff in here. Very beautiful palette. Love the packaging of it, and I feel like Urban Decay really did a great job with this palette. And then I have my Juvia's Place, the Coffee Shop palette. I picked this up, was it last year? It was either last year or the year before last. And it took me a while to really use this eyeshadow palette, but when I did, I could not stop using this palette. It is so beautiful. The colors are just what it says, coffee. Every shade of brown that you could think of is in here. Just beautiful. I could not do this video without mentioning this palette because it's just so beautiful for this time of year. And then this is probably up there with my Sephora Pro palette. Like, that's how much I love this eyeshadow palette. I will go and repurchase this like tomorrow, like tonight if the store was open. That is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. This is also one of my favorites from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Like, she knocked it out the park with this one. Anastasia, you did that. Now my palette, I always say this, but it is falling apart. Here's the mirror. But these colors scream fall. Look how beautiful. Uh-oh. Child, I'm telling y'all, my palette is toe up. My palette is toe up, okay? I'm gonna have to crazy glue this back in here, but she ain't going nowhere, okay? But the colors are absolutely beautiful. They scream fall. Just gorgeous, y'all. And then I have some smaller palettes. One that I absolutely love, it's by Makeup by Mario. This is the Glam Quads Bronze Glam palette. Absolutely beautiful. This is all you need. So pigmented. Yes, I think I did a makeup look using this one year. Absolutely beautiful, and I caught this palette on sale. I'm like, thank you, Jesus. And then I have two palettes from Huda Beauty that I like to use around this time of year. The first one is the Nude Rich palette. Oh, I had to put this one down too because I was using this palette up when I first got it. I love the packaging on here. It's just absolutely beautiful. And what's even more beautiful than the packaging is the colors that's on the inside. And then the other one from Huda Beauty is the Khaki Haze palette. Yeah, I love to pull this out during this time of year because I love like a khaki or greenish color eyeshadow palette, and this is really pretty. You can create something really simple. And then my last one, I picked this up I believe this year, and I used it this year. I think I've only used it one time so far, but it is beautiful, and I will be reaching for this fall as well. This is by Ruby Kisses. This is their Cream Brulee eyeshadow palette. It is absolutely stunning. And I did get this from the beauty supply store, if I did not say that. And the colors are gorgeous. They blend out really, really well. And I just worth every bit of the $5 that I paid for this palette. I used this when I was going to church maybe one Sunday, but the look came out so pretty. And for like $5, you cannot beat this eyeshadow palette. And then the very last eyeshadow palette that I am going to include, I just got it, is what I used on my eyes today. It's a beautiful palette, and that is the Danessa Myricks Lightwork Freedom palette. Y'all, this palette is absolutely gorgeous. I could not include this in this video if just for this palette alone right here. This screams fall to me, but I feel like, you know, I could use some of these other shades and create a really beautiful fall look as well. This palette right here, and that is the palette that I used on my eyes today. So absolutely beautiful, very easy to use. To me it's like a one-stop shop, and I love that for me. Now we're gonna get into the lippies. Y'all, I have quite a few lippies to mention to you guys, so let's just jump right on into them. I guess I'm gonna start with what I'm wearing on my lips today, which is Savage by the Lip Bar. It is a beautiful shade. The Lip Bar's products are so comfortable on the lip. They are matte, but they're not like that drying matte that's on your lips. But this is Savage. It is absolutely beautiful on the lips. I love this. The next one is also from the Lip Bar. This one is in the shade Prima Donna. I got this year, so I haven't had it long enough to use like during the fall time, but I do know I'm going to be reaching for this fall because it's a beautiful like purple shade, and I just think it's gonna look really nice with just like a simple look or something. I'm gonna swatch it so you guys can see. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's like that deep plummy purple shade. Look how pretty that is. That definitely screams fall, but you know what, I feel like this would be a good lip color for the spring as well. Let's talk some burgundies and reds that I have that I really love to wear during this time of year. The first one, I want to say I picked this up the end of last year or the very beginning of this year. I say it was still winter time when I bought this, so I have worn this one time, but I'm excited to wear it for the fall. And this is by MAC. This is in the shade Cornivorous. Oh, it's a beautiful burgundy shade. Y'all, look how beautiful this color is. Look at that shade, y'all. Absolutely gorgeous. The next one that I have that is similar to that is from Morphe. This is called Nibble. This is one of my favorites from Morphe. It's just a tad bit lighter than the Cornivorous one. That's Nibble right there. Beautiful. Another MAC lipstick that I have that I love to wear is called Diva. This is the color here. Really, really pretty. I'm not gonna swatch everything, but I did swatch that one. That's it right there. Really pretty. Then another favorite of mine is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is in Brandy. This is their lipstick. Such a beautiful color to wear during this time of year. That's Brandy there. Really pretty. And then a pretty red that I like to wear is Ruby Few, because it's just that bright, beautiful red. How gorgeous is that? And then another lippy that I like to use during the fall time. This is from Fashion Fair. This is in Sepia. This is beautiful to wear around this time of year. Yeah, very beautiful. And then I have my favorite. I'm definitely going to be taking this into the fall. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is their liquid lipstick in Crush. I love this. These are so comfortable on the lips and they're long lasting. I have 3 lippies from Ruby Kisses that I like. 2 of them are their Velvet Matte Lip Creams in the shade number 5 and 6. I like to mix these 2 together. And then I have Toasted from Ruby Kisses as well, and I just like to pair this with like a brown liner. The 3 of these are very comfortable on the lips. I'll swatch those really quickly so you guys can see. They have a moussey texture, 2 of them do, and then one of them is like that liquid lipstick form. So these 2 are moussey, and then this one is kind of like a liquid lipstick. This is all 3 of them swatched. Really pretty, very comfortable on the lips. I have one Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick that I love to wear. It's in a purple shade as well. I think this is in the shade Vintage. Very pretty. Again, this is kind of like a springtime color too, but you can definitely rock this during the fall. That's it there. Really pretty, very comfortable. And then the last couple of lippies that I'm going to talk about, I will not be swatching these because they're glosses. So I'm just gonna kind of run through my glosses really quickly. I have 4 glosses from MAC that I love to use around this time. If you guys can see that. These are the 4 glosses that I really like to use. The first one is in Oh Baby, really pretty. These 2 is in Spite and Spice. The last one by MAC is in Love Child. This is really pretty. This is really pretty like for like holiday looks as well. So love this one. The last 3 glosses that I have is going to be Fenty Hot Chocolate. I love to use this year round, but I know that I'm going to be reaching for this during this time of year. And then I have an Anastasia Beverly Hills gloss. I'm not sure of the name of this one. I would have to put it on the screen, but this is a favorite of mine. And the last one is an NYX Butter Gloss. My friend got this for me, I want to say for Christmas last year. This is in Funnel Cake. Oh, I love this one. I was reaching for this the most, and I'm going to be reaching for it during this time of years. We have a couple of perfumes that I want to mention to you guys. The first one is Supreme Vanilla. This is from Zara. This is one of their perfumes, and what I will say about this one is it's a nice vanilla, but it's going to give you just a little bit of that smokiness to it. I typically don't like that smoky scent, but this isn't bad. This smells really good, and you could pair this with like other vanillas as well. It's really a beautiful scent. Another perfume from Zara that I haven't worn in a while, but I do really like it, and I am going to be reaching for it this fall. It is Ebony Wood. When you initially spray it, you're like, I don't think so, but once you let this dry down, this is such a beautiful scent for fall. I love to use this all year, but I'm gonna be reaching for this a little bit more during the fall. That's the Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere. I love this. This is one of my favorite like vanillas because it's a little bit warmer. I reach for it definitely during this time of year, so can't wait. Another favorite fragrance that I have is from YSL. This is in Black Opium. This smells amazing. I also have the Prada Paradox perfume. Now this one, I feel like you could get away with this one all year, and I do wear this all year, and I'm going to just use this for the fall as well. I feel like this is a really sweet, floral, nice perfume. And then my last perfume, this is the YSL Libre Lee. I think that's it. That's what it is. I'll leave the name on the screen, but y'all, this smells amazing. This is, look at the bottle. Y'all, I have been using this. I'm gonna have to get me another bottle because this is amazing. I think this is the intense version to the YSL Libre because I didn't like the Libre, but this, oh, this sold me. So yes guys, those are all of the makeup products that I enjoy using during the fall and the winter time. With my eyeshadow palettes, what I am going to do is, because I already know that I love these palettes and I have a few eyeshadow palettes that I have not used in my collection yet, I'm going to cut down on using the eyeshadow palettes that I love so much and give some of the eyeshadow palettes that I haven't tried yet a chance in my collection. Just trying to kind of like rotate out my eyeshadow palettes. But these are typically the products, with the exception of a few, that I love and I gravitate towards during the fall and the winter time. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Comment down below and let me know what are some of your favorite makeup products and skincare products and fragrances for the fall time. If you guys want me to do my favorite skincare and body care during the fall time, I can do that. I didn't include that because I knew this video was going to be long enough. So let me know if that's something that you guys would like to see down below. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Click that notification bell also so that you'll know every time I upload a new video. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.